Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly an honor to stand before you as the newly appointed Director of New Jersey's Office of Emergency Management. I want to thank Governor Phil Murphy for his trust and confidence and his unwavering support to public safety and community resilience across our great state. To the men and women here representing our fire department, law enforcement agency, emergency medical services, hospitals, volunteer organizations, and our partners in the private sector and federal government agencies, thank you. Your dedication, professionalism, and courage form the backbone of our emergency response capability in New Jersey. For the past 15 years, I've had the privilege of serving as fire chief in 2 fire departments. During that time, I've witnessed both the best and the hardest moments our communities can endure. From devastating fires and mass casualty incidents to hurricanes, floods, and power grid disruptions. Those experiences shaped how I view leadership, resilience, and teamwork. What I have learned, above all, is that when disaster strikes, titles fade, and teamwork takes over. Whether it's a firefighter rescuing a neighbor, police officer directing evacuees, or a nurse stabilizing a patient in the middle of chaos, each one of you is part of the same mission. Emergency management is a team effort, and the work we do succeeds only when we work together with unity of purpose, clear communication, and trust. Now, as I step into my role, my vision for the next 5 years is clear. Build a more resilient New Jersey, a state that is prepared, coordinated, and compassionate in the face of any crisis. Resilience is not just about bouncing back. It's about coming back stronger, learning from every incident, and ensuring our communities are protected for the future. We all know the threats facing New Jersey are evolving. Climate change has intensified, wildfire risks in pine barrens, increased flooding across our coasts and river systems, and year-round storm hazards. Our urban area faces new challenges, from cyber attacks to hazardous material incidents to public health emergencies. And through it all, our citizens expect government to be ready because they depend on us when everything else fails. That is a responsibility we share, and it is one I do not take lightly. The first goal of my administration will be to strengthen the effectiveness of our emergency management system during major incidents. We will accomplish this through 3 major actions. Modernizing our operations and information sharing systems ensure that from municipal EOCs to the state level, decision makers are receiving the same real-time data and intelligence. Expanding multi-agency coordination. We will continue to strengthen New Jersey's county OEM networks, enhance their ability to connect with local emergency services, critical infrastructure, and community organizations. Lastly, institutionalizing continuous improvement. Every emergency, whether a 2-hour storm response or a 10-day activation, will be followed by structured after-action reviews. Lessons learned will turn into actionable improvements for the next event. The goal is simple. When the next major event occurs, whether it's a nor'easter, hurricane, or wildfire, New Jersey's response will be coordinated, decisive, and unified. Now, the strength of New Jersey's response capacity lies in its specialized teams. Our urban search and rescue USAR teams, our hazardous materials teams, swift water rescue, and technical rescue units. These teams represent the best of interagency cooperation. Now, over the next several years, we will expand joint training exercises with local and federal agencies to ensure interoperability. Standardizing credentialing across jurisdictions to make deployment faster and smoother. Improve logistics systems for rapid response to multiple simultaneous incidents. Effective incident management depends on unity of effort and clear lines of authority supported by trust and training. These principles remain the cornerstone of how New Jersey develops its emergency response capabilities. Now, as a former fire chief, I understand the central role the fire service and EMS play in disaster response. When disaster hits, whether a flood, chemical spill, or transportation accident, fire and EMS personnel are often the first to arrive and the last to leave. In the coming years, we will focus on further integrating fire and EMS operations into statewide emergency management. Now, this includes expanding our medical surge capacity with mobile treatment units and ambulance strike teams, increasing mental health and resiliency support for our first responders. They face enormous psychological demands during and after disasters. Enhance cross-disciplinary training so that all responders underneath both tactical response and the broader coordination framework under the incident command system. By investing in our people and systems, we strengthen the entire emergency management network. Now, no emergency management system can succeed without the activation of local governments in the private sector. New Jersey's critical infrastructure, energy, telecommunications, water supply, and transportation, is largely managed by private entities. We will formalize stronger relationships with these sectors through memorandum of understanding, information sharing agreements, and participation in state-level preparedness exercises. At the same time, we will expand our partnership with mayors, county executives, and municipal emergency coordinators. These are the people closest to the community, and their leadership determines how well we perform during crisis. Emergency management isn't something that does for communities. It's something we do with them. No single agency can manage a major disaster alone. Our partnerships with FEMA, U.S. Fire Administration, Department of Homeland Security, and neighboring states are vital. We will update our state emergency operations plan in line with the National Response Framework and National Incident System, ensuring that New Jersey remains fully interoperable in our regional and federal partners. Additionally, we will strengthen mutual aid compacts through Emergency Management Assistance Compact, or EMACS, ensuring resources can move swiftly when needed. When New Jersey is tested, we will not face these challenges in isolation. We will stand shoulder to shoulder with our partners across the region. One of the most urgent issues we face is the growing threat of wildfires in our state. In the past few years, we've witnessed significant fires in the Pine Barrens and along the southern corridor, events that force evacuations, closed highways, and reminded us that New Jersey is not immune to the national wildfire crisis. To meet this challenge, we are implementing a comprehensive wildland fire coordination plan. This will encompass aerial surveillance and satellite technology for early detection, improve mutual aid deployment across counties and into neighboring states, expand community education through the Ready, Set, Go and FireWise USA programs. And last, support fire forest management and fuel reduction projects in high-risk areas. These measures will ensure that our response to wildfires is proactive rather than reactive, minimizing risk to life and property. Now, trust is the foundation of effective emergency management. Communities that trust their government respond more quickly, follow guidance, and recover more fully. We must earn that trust. We do this through transparency, inclusion, and communication. Our outreach must extend to every neighborhood, from urban centers like Newark, Trenton, and Camden, to the smallest coastal and rural communities. We will prioritize language accessibility, equity and recovery assistance, and consistent public information campaigns that empower citizens to take part in preparedness, not just react in crisis. When the public trusts that their government stands with them before, during, and after a disaster, resilience becomes a shared value, not just a bureaucratic goal. No system can function without the health and well-being of its people. Our firefighters, police officers, EMS personnel, dispatchers, and emergency managers dedicate their lives to the service of others, often at a great sacrifice. We will make responder wellness a core priority by expanding behavioral health services and peer support programs, providing adequate rest and recovery resources during long deployments, ensuring protective equipment and safety training are always up to standard. Our people are the greatest asset. We must care for them with the same urgency and dedication that they show in caring for others. Now, Resilient New Jersey is a diverse and inclusive New Jersey. Our emergency management workforce must reflect the communities we serve. We will launch a diversity and inclusion initiative focused on recruitment, mentorship, and leadership development for individuals from underrepresented backgrounds. Diversity is not just a moral imperative, it's an operational advantage. When our teams understand our cultures, languages, and needs of our communities, we respond more effectively and build stronger trust. Now, preparedness begins with training. Over the next few years, we will establish a state emergency management training center to bring together fire, EMS, law enforcement, and emergency management personnel under one roof. We'll partner with New Jersey's colleges and universities to create career pathways in emergency management and homeland security. We'll integrate emergent technologies from drone operations and predictive analytics to AI-driven risk modeling into our training curriculum. As Mayor Nucci emphasizes, the best leaders train their successors by investing in people, not just plans. Creating and enduring a culture of readiness and professionalism. That will be the heart of our strategy going forward. Emergency management is not about control. It's about coordination. It's not about hierarchy. It's about harmony. Our collective success depends on how well we work together. The firefighter who clears the road for EMS, the police officer who protects the shelter, the hospital worker who tends to the injured, and the county coordinator who links the local needs to state and federal resources. Every one of these efforts connects into a larger tapestry of resilience. Now, as Admiral William McRaven wrote in Make Your Bed, if you want to change the world, start by making your bed. Small, consistent actions to detail, discipline, and daily excellence build a foundation for our larger success. In emergency management, every plan, every drill, and every partnership is our way of making the bed for the day we hope never comes, but must always be ready. So as I close today, I ask each of you to remember this. Disasters will test us, but they will not define us. What defines us is our preparation, our partnership, and our resolve to protect one another. Over the next 5 years, my commitment as the Director of New Jersey's Office of Emergency Management is to lead with integrity, inclusivity, and innovation. Together, we will strengthen our response systems, empower communities, and build a culture of resilience that endures for generations. To every responder, every leader, and every citizen, thank you for your service, your dedication, and your belief in this mission. Together, we'll make New Jersey not just ready for the next disaster, but ready for the future. Thank you, and may God bless you all.